Hi, this is Willie Banks, Mr. Triple Jump, for Pro Tips for You. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about the attack phase. The attack phase is the third part of the run in the long and the triple jump. What we'll see today is our athlete will come down, he will take the last two steps will be a pushing step and then flat and then take off. So the last two strides, the last two foot plants are flat, flat. So let's see how that works. We'll have Gerard come down, he'll take off. We're going to watch his last two strides. And the last two footfalls will be flat. Right here, there. Beautiful. Nice action. You see how he hits? And he's got enough height on his feet so that he can come down and attack the board. And his foot drives, his thigh drives up, and he goes out. That is excellent action. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about how some athletes are unable to get in the proper position. And most of that, why don't you come over here, Gerard? Most of that is because when they come down, their body is not in proper position. So they're either bent over or they're bent back when they're trying to do this exercise. The proper position is the body up tall, the thigh coming up high, and then driving down to the ground on the flat foot, just like that. You notice how he went flat underneath his hips. That is the perfect action at the board. Now I want Gerard to go back one more time and illustrate exactly what we were talking about. You'll be able to see the height of his hips. You'll be able to see the thigh drive, and watch these two steps. The one step here, and then the one at the board, you'll see they'll go flat. Gerard? Gerard. Boom, boom. And he gets up. And the reason why we want to do that, have the hips up, when he comes flat, his hips settle about that much. And then the next, he's coming up. So he's headed up and he just puts his foot and he just flies. He gets a nice arc. Now there are drills that we can use in order to help understand how this flat foot works in the long jump takeoff. And if you take a look, I've got the cones lined up here. The first two cones are about 2 feet apart, and the last one is a little shorter, maybe by 6 inches, 3 to 6 inches. And the reason why we want to do that is because we want that last foot coming through quick and hitting flat. Now as we'll watch as Gerard comes down, he hits the first cone on the ball of his foot, and then he goes to the next cone, flat foot, and the last cone, flat foot. So go ahead and show us how to do it. Watch as his hips drop, and then he just, on his way up, his other foot comes down. That was excellent, Gerard. That was excellent. And that is how you get your athlete, or how you understand how to get the flat foot on the run. Okay, now I'm going to take these away, take the cones away, and I want you to see how Gerard does this without the cones, and you'll see his foot start to move back, and then he'll come quickly with his takeoff foot. Right here, then boom, boom. His right foot, actually, as it's going down, it's actually moving back because he's still trying to generate force as he goes into the pit, goes into the board with his takeoff foot. And that is the way we emphasize the 2 flat feet at the end for the takeoff phase of the long jump. The triple jump takeoff is different from the long jump takeoff. The significant piece of that is that in the triple jump takeoff, you don't go flat twice, only one time, and that is at the board. So you'll run down, you'll be on the balls of your feet running in a good active run, and when you get to the board, you just place your foot flat on the board, driving the thigh up and the arms out, and you go off the board into a nice hop. So we have a drill for that. I want to just show you in slow motion here how that is done. So Gerard, why don't you go ahead and show us how that is done. Up tall, the ball of his foot on the last one, then flat, and then he goes off. That is how we take off in the triple jump. It's just flat at the board, drive the thigh and the arms, and you go off the board. And that is how you get a nice attack phase at the board. I'm Willie Banks, Mr. Triple Jump, and that's your pro tip for you.